Having a Kundali in your pocket, in your phone, in your tablet will come handy, because whenever there is a transit and you are watching such videos, you can directly go to your horoscope and check how it is related to your own horoscope. How is the Dasha Mahadasha right now running in your life? And for that you can book a Kundali PDF report, which is an elaborate report, a system generated 300 plus pages report, which caters to your need of all the astrology data. It feeds you with not only your basic charts but also detailed Shodash work chart, divisional charts, all the types of Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardashas, and also an overview of 10 years of your life with current year predictions. This gives you a great guidance and a bird's eye view of your life in the future, how the future holds for you, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to take that step that you are thinking of. So book your Kundali PDF today and keep the destiny in your own hands. You will get a bonus numerology section if you book our detailed Kundali PDF. For more types of PDF reports catering to different yogas, catering to all the 20-year analysis, 10-year analysis, check out the website. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Venus has now moved in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio being the zodiac sign of Mars, Mars being combust in Scorpio, that means Sun is also present in the Vrishchik Rashi. While Venus is moving from Libra to Scorpio, it finds the energy, the strong masculine energies of Sun and Mars, which can act as a fuel to the passion. So it is transformative, passion-filled, and a transit that makes you can say fighting a kind of a art. You can say this is art of war, with Venus moving in the secret hidden zodiac sign or a hidden territory of Scorpio. Lot to unfold here. I will make a technical breakdown of this analysis on the Divine Circle YouTube membership. Please join me on the Divine Circle membership. You will get to know a lot more secrets about Vedic astrology there. That's a family, that's a circle of astrology enthusiasts. So if you're an astrology enthusiast, do join me there. You can go on the YouTube membership, click the join button, select the Divine membership platform, and you can join me. If that is difficult, the same videos will be available on Patreon. Patreon also has the Divine Circle membership tier. You can join me there. So now let's start the ascendant wise analysis, for which you all wait. I know you will skip to your ascendant. So let's start quickly without any wait, the ascendant wise analysis. But before that, do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you want to take my consultations, please drop me an email. Let's begin. Aries ascendant. For Aries ascendant, Venus is now moving in your 8th house along with Sun and Mars. And while Venus is showing its presence in the sign of Scorpio, it will observe the 8th lord crossing the Gandanta and going into the Mula Nakshatra. So this is the time of the deepest transformation in your relationship and in your marriage. Your personal life is definitely going to get affected at this point of time, and sometimes you might see that things are going away and you can become a little more, I will say, you will try to cling on to the situation, you will try to hold on to the situation, and if this is a toxic situation, you may end up suffering more than actually, getting some relief. When Venus goes in the 8th house, it is a highly occult time. You can also see some secret behavior, secret desires being developed in your mind, and this can kind of derail your spiritual progress. So for Aries ascendant and Aries moon sign, the recommendation will be to focus more on the practical side, not on the dreamy side. It is more research oriented. It can create doubts in marriage, and you might end up trying to be a spy, figuring out what is right, what is wrong, what's happening behind the scene. On the other hand, another thing that happens while Venus is in the sign of Scorpio with Sun and Mars is that it can create a heated argument with your family members, especially with your in-laws. You need to be cautious, you need to be careful. Now Venus is also second lord, so financially you will have to take right decisions. Financially you will have to be very humble, very down to earth, and very grounded in your decision making. Because some of the secret desire, you want to get it fulfilled, you want to get it in your favor, you might end up trying to plan for that. Say you are trying to save money for buying a car or that secret vacation that you always wanted to do. You know what will happen? It can make you a little desperate. Mars is not in the right position. Your ascendant lord is combust. So you might feel a little low in self-esteem, and you might want the money or the shopping to compensate, or you might end up seeking people's validation. When you don't get it, it can frustrate you. So be careful with these behavioral changes. From the business perspective and career perspective, this is the time of transformation. Be ready to shift your gears, and from the careers wise, it can give you new opportunities. It can give you a sudden shift, say a sudden location change, and you should be ready for all that movement. For Taurus, Venus transit is happening in your 7th house. A 7th house Venus transit is not just a Venus in Scorpio, it is your ascendant lord going in the 7th house. So naturally, it shows that your physical involvement in marriage, your physical involvement in your business has now become absolute necessary. Things are going to draw your attention and keep you engaged and keep you busy. This is going to bring your relationship into a lot of ups and downs, where you will have to give a lot of clarification. You will have to, clear off all the doubts. But once you do it, it actually solves a lot of issue. It is more of a healing transit. Remember, 6th lord is in the 7th house in the sign of Scorpio, showing combust Mars. Lot of problems that were hidden may now suddenly start popping up, and you might suddenly realize that this was not a problem before. Why it is a situation, why it is a problem, or why it is a concern now. Do not ignore any requirement of your life partner. In case of business, this may mean some hidden deals happening behind your back, so stay alert. This is definitely a time when you can say your service contract can get reworked on. Be careful, see the hidden lines, do things more legally, and overconfidence can be your biggest enemy here. That yes, I can do, I have read it all, I know it all attitude can destroy your business or your relationship. Now for Gemini, Venus transit is happening in the 6th house. Now for 6th house, this is more about the office politics trying to take away your happiness, because this is Scorpio that we are talking. And for Gemini, another thing that has happened is Rahu's movement in Shadbhisha Nakshatra in your 9th house. Now this is where people who are involved in medical practice, especially if you are a nurse, if you are connected to gynecology or similar kind of field, women health doctors will suddenly see that their requirement are more needed, and you are kind of on your business and career side, you are growing, but you are also helping a lot of people. With Venus being in the 6th house, this is going to take a very hard practical approach towards relationship. Expenses, especially medical expenses, will be all-time high, but this is also going to heal you. You will be more aware towards your health. It can start with looking better. Aesthetically, you want to look better. It may just start with that, but ultimately it will draw your attention towards your inner health. So that is something which is good. Now, 6th house is always about discipline. 6th house is also about enemies. So if you maintain a discipline in life, the enemies are going to fade away, because you are going in one direction unaffected by what is happening around you. Otherwise, this can create a situation where stress, hormonal ups and downs, mood swings can make a lot of people your enemies. You may end up making your friends your enemy. So be careful there. Overall, for Gemini, Venus being in the 6th house is more about seva and loving what you are doing, not looking for some fancy place to experience the beauty, the love. rather being wherever you are and enjoying what you do. Now for Cancer, Venus is moving in the 5th house. Scorpio is something that represents transformation, change, movement. And when Venus is going from the 5th house, it is very intense. 5th house is about romance, so it can create uncertainties and some shake-up in your romantic life. This can also make you feel the deep desire to learn something new, to explore a new territory, explore a new world. And therefore you need to be very cautious, because this is going to create a huge range of emotions where you will oscillate from being happy to being extremely on the polar side. Be careful, because this is going to be emotionally very draining. You need to be happy. This is a creative transit. You have 5th Lord placed in the 5th house. Good for people who are in the ad agencies. Good for people who are in the who are the fashion designers, who want to do something creative. 5th house Venus is something which is also good for from the earning perspective, because it's your 11th Lord in the 5th house. But you know what happens? Suddenly you might realize that you want to learn something. You have to study something to earn money. And therefore you might enroll into a course or move to a dimension where you are trying to invest money somewhere, thinking it will grow, it will give you return. Scorpio is something that keeps you in the loop, keeps you guessing. And Venus means it keeps you guessing by giving you a charm, showing the carrot, and you are running behind the carrot. But you have to remember, all that glitters is not gold. For Leo Ascendant, this is the Venus in the 4th house. So 4th house Venus is good for transformation of your home, your comfort zone. You might suddenly realize that you are feeling happy by doing something else than what you have imagined in the first place. You always wanted to write a poem, but now playing a guitar is making you more happier. So all that transformed emotional set of and transformed set of emotions are going to happen. You can also go and change the home environment by bringing more floral colors, by removing and cleaning all the house and removing all the dust. This is very important. Cleanliness is one of the biggest transformation that you can begin with from your own house. 4th house is also mother. Your mother's health will improve. You will start seeing things in a very different way. And this is the perfect time to pray to Ma Bhagavati, Ma Parvati, and also connecting to the mother nature. A lot of you will have this emotion of supporting the mother nature. So plant trees, plant flowers, bring small flowers in your home garden, and do something that brings more pleasant environment in your home, that kind of makes the vibe go very, very positive and happy. Vastu remedies can be done for this. The west wall should be illuminated. Bring more floral colors in your home. You should avoid wearing very sad colors, anything that you don't like, don't do for some time. 4th house Venus is also very good for actually gaining from agriculture, organic farming, herbal products, cosmetic products, and also people who are connected with cosmetic surgeries, implants will see great success. For Virgo, Venus transit will happen in the 3rd house. 3rd house is the house of expression, creativity, but it is more of a house of Purusharth, and Mars is really very strong there. So this Venus can actually push you to take certain decisions related to relationship and marriage that you should not take in the first place. So be very careful there. Now I know that Scorpio is passion and Venus is something that is creative, but what about the presence of Sun and Mars? The presence of Sun and Mars is making things very harsh, very strong. So sometimes this can come out as a very strong sarcasm. You are making a sarcastic statement, it backfires and it blows out of proportion, and now you are suffering because of this. Don't say a joke that, tries to haunt you forever. It causes a court case on you. Venus, when it goes in the third house, is good for emotional bonding with your siblings. You can save a destroying relationship. If this also shows that you can go and find support in your siblings. After all, both Sun and Mars are good in the third house. Yes, Mars is combust, but that's okay. Your second lord Venus is 2 places away. That means it is Bhavat Bhavam. So you will see that your brothers, your siblings, people who are around you will help you to grow your wealth. So you can take suggestions. A peer review is very good in case you are feeling doubtful on anything. Overall, it's a very good transit, but Venus being a planet that represents creativity, you should support people who are the handicrafts, anything that is made by hands, anyone that is a hand artist, or anyone who is say a hand model, nail paint expert, anyone who is into the field of spa, salon, you will see great boost in your career. Any creative field, ad agencies, dubbing artists will see great boost in their career, but you will also experience very stiff competition. For Libra, your ascendant lord is in the second house. And this is not just the normal second house, it is the power of Sun and Mars in the second house. So something is brewing up. You want to share your emotions with the family members. You want them to stand beside you. Sometimes it will happen, but most of the time you will end up dominated by the members of the family. So this can frustrate you a bit. This can put you into a position where you feel choked. You feel that your hands are tied. This is the time to have an emotional talk with your parents, with your family members, and put forward your point of view. Venus can act as a healer here. Remember that Venus is your 8th lord. 8th lord is in the second house. It can bring hidden things on the surface, and in order to avoid that, you need to have your communication in a positive and optimistic manner. Your money can also be used, your investments can also be used for your own family. It also shows that your return of investment, especially on properties, will be very high. If you are someone who loves having collectibles in your home, you will see that the worth and the value of the collectibles is going high. People can trade in paintings, people can trade in commodities, people can trade in something that is not money. On the other side, people who are dentists will see great boost in their career. Someone who is an eye surgeon, ENT people will see great boost. Venus in Scorpio in the second house also shows that if you are a counselor, where you are a psychiatrist or psychologist, or you are healing people who have identity crisis, you will also see that you are playing a very vital role in society. For Scorpio, Venus is now moving in your first house. A first house Venus is all about transformation from within, but the feedback is coming from outside. Say you are in a circumstance that has pushed you to be somebody else. Your 12th house is your subconscious mind that is bringing impact from places that you can't even imagine. Maybe suddenly out of the blue, a song you hear, a line you hear in the song, and you are changing yourself. Self-care, self-appreciation is very much needed for Scorpio. I know your ascendant lord is combust right on your ascendant, too much of work, but don't get lost in the responsibility and don't get lost in the heat of hustle culture. Love yourself, find yourself. Venus in the first house is the time to actually appreciate yourself. You will also be loved by many. This is the time to detox your mind and your soul. And this is also going to be a time when the advice of other people, especially your spouse, will be of great importance. It can save you from a certain disaster. Now, for Scorpio, this is about image transformation. This is about how you dress, how you look, how you feel. It's all about aesthetics, but in a good way. So if you're running a gym, if you're a model, if you're a film artist, or if you are somebody who is using your image as an influencing factor, this is going to be the time where you can actually get more, I will say, grounded success that actually lasts you for a long time. For Sagittarius ascendant, the Venus transit is in the 12th house. A 12th house is about your hidden secret desire, something that is in the subconscious. A Scorpio Venus in the 12th house. It is going to make you remember all the past relationships. It is going to make you remember and make you feel nostalgic. Well, this is the time to correct the mistakes of your past, learn from your past and move on. After all, it's a Vipareet Raj Yoga. Your 6th Lord is in the 12th house and also your 11th Lord is in the 12th house. For your healing, this will require expenses, and this is going to be the time where you will have to be very careful about how and where you are spending your money. But this is definitely the time for people who want a little bit of meditative environment, who wants to go into a resort, who wants to meditate, who wants to heal themselves. This can be a very, very positive time. And if you are earning from export and import, if you are earning from medical practice, if you are earning from, say, sports shoes, if you are earning from occult practices, this will give you a lot of success. So for Sagittarius, Venus, which is the Lord of the two Upache houses, being in the 12th house, shows positive investment that may appear as an expense now, but if you invest in yourself, you are going to get a very positive return very soon. People who have negative Venus in their birth chart are required to donate some money towards the welfare of orphans' education. For Capricorn ascendant, Venus is in the 11th house. 5th Lord in the 11th house definitely shows that you want to tell that you know it all. You want to showcase your talent, but somehow your talent is getting hidden. So you can be a victim of bad nepotism. You can also lose opportunities if you don't have proper network connection. So this is the time to build that network circle, build that association, and the more you are friendly and the more you are approachable and the bigger the network circle, the better your life will be. You will get new job opportunities, you will get potential opportunities to earn money and become big while Venus is in the house of Labha, gain. But this can also make you a little more greedy. So be very careful. Also, financial fraud is possible in some cases, especially people with Venus in the 8th house, Venus with Ketu. So be very careful there. This is the time for transformation in people who you call as friends. This is the time for transformation in how you take an approach in your own career. This is the time when you should talk about what you deserve, and this is exactly what you will do. Good time for promotion, good time for career change. Now for Aquarius ascendant, Venus is in the 10th house. A 10th house Venus is good. It will drive your career. It will transform your career. It is the time when if you want to do a domain change, if you want to do an intercompany change, this is a very positive time. This can give you a lot of success. This can make you feel very happy. This can make you do things that you have always thought that you will do, but you have never attempted before. It's a very creative time. It's a time that is fueled by passion, and 4th house Venus has the power of Sun and Mars. So you're also having that confidence to achieve the impossible. So career wise, I will say you can actually be something big, especially in the advertising industry, digital marketing space, anything that is creative in nature, anything that is healing in nature. Venus will give you great transformation. If you think your business is not running, you can rebrand yourself, you can put yourself into a different color theme, and or maybe the logo can change, the text can change. If you want to relaunch yourself, this is the time, especially if your image is in question, you have to relaunch yourself. Venus and Scorpio will actually help you there. Lastly, for Pisces, Venus transit is going to be in the 9th house. A 9th house Venus transit in Scorpio challenges your own faith. Be a little soft on that. Venus is not a planet that chooses a side. Venus is a planet that is going to create Maya that forces you to choose a side. So it is a very complicated situation. It will appear as it sees everybody with the same eye, with equality, but the problem is it does not. It does not see people with equal things. It has its own bias. So Venus in the 9th house will create some sort of bias in your horoscope, and what you will have to do is you will have to be very polite, non-biased, transparent, and with Venus in the 9th house, you can gain from foreign travel. Travel vloggers who love traveling will gain benefit from this transit. But I still say that Venus do not have a place in the 9th house. It's Jupiter's place. Venus is Daitya Guru. And 9th house is Dharma, but Venus can sometimes take the path of Adharma also. So here you will choose the easier path of Dharma. And by doing that, you may not realize that you are committing a sin. So scrutinize your actions each day and every day, and you will be saved from anything negative. Otherwise, it's overall a positive placement, a positive transit. Remember, it's the 8th lord in the 9th house. So naturally, your faith, your belief system is undergoing transformation. If you feel insecure, unsafe, and if you don't know what is happening around you, wait for Venus to enter the Mola Nakshatra. You will get to know the truth.